Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to My Chamber TV. This is the Tarpon Springs edition, and Jean, you've done it well again. Knocked it out of the park with some great guests.
It's easy when I've got such marvelous members. I have so much fun putting this together because I try to do the right mix. Who have we got today?
We got oh my gosh, we have Amanda Mantaporn, and she is with Ping.
Ping?
Ping. I know
Ping?
What's Ping?
Prosperity and Networking Group, of course.
Why didn't we know that?
We didn't know that. Oh my gosh. But
why is it different?
So Ping, what sets us apart is that we chose different times, different locations, and we try to take the work out of networking and make it a little bit more fun. So we meet during happy hour times versus early in the morning or during lunch, and we choose locations that have happy hour specials too, because nobody wants to spend $10 on a beer. So so we choose our locations very strategically based on pricing and based on good food, because we also provide food.
Okay, so my question is it the same location every time, or do you go, we're here for a couple of weeks, or do you make everybody kind of work for it and go, you got to pay attention to the social media pages so that way you know where we're at?
I mean, that's a great question, and that's a great suggestion too, like make people pay attention to social media, because social media is amazing. However, it is the same location every week, but we do have 4 locations, and we meet at all 4 locations every single week at the same time as well.
Okay.
So we don't change them up or anything like that. We don't make it confusing. We try to make it easy for everyone because we're all busy.
Where's the one in Tarpon?
So our Tarpon location is on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. and that one's at Chili's.
Oh, the Chili's up on 19 near where the Publix is.
Yes, exactly.
I still think they should change the location to have a secret handshake, secret sign to get in, going, yeah, okay.
How do you know that they don't?
A speakeasy. No, we don't have a speakeasy. Not yet.
Not yet.
What a great idea.
That would be awesome, though. Oh my God.
Ping easy.
Ping
Yeah.
easy.
Well, what's neat about your organization, too, is that it's at that hour, because I'm doing breakfast and I'm doing a happy hour, but I'm doing my happy hour starting a little later. Yours is mid-afternoon, which is kind of when people want to take a break, isn't it?
Exactly, especially, so most people who network are either self-employed individuals or running smaller scale businesses.
Correct.
So those are the people that are usually out in the community, out networking. And we didn't want to compete with all the other networking organizations like BNI, NPI, RGA, or the chambers. Like, we're a proud member of 3 different Chamber of Commerces. We don't want to be competition. We want to work together. So we chose the times accordingly to make sure that we play well with everyone, and we try to get our members to pass as much business as possible.
So where are your 4 locations besides, the 3 more besides Tarpon?
So our additional locations, so we have Tuesdays at 4 p.m. and that one is at Outback in Palm Harbor.
Okay.
Then we have our Wednesday in Tarpon Springs at Chili's at 3 p.m. And then on Thursdays we have 2 meetings, one at 3 p.m. in Oldsmar at Great Catch and one at 4 p.m. in Norton's in Dunedin.
Okay, so so she's just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All you do all afternoon is party.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm hearing is, instead of taking my 3 o'clock nap, which we all have that 3 o'clock going, oh, I need a nap, go network.
It's invigorating.
Exactly. And then you get your wake up too. So if you choose to have, say a chocolate espresso martini or something, then you'll have your second wind at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. depending on which group you choose to attend.
All over it.
And then
I'm just a tequila guy. Well, and some rum.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we feed you too. So you can even skip dinner later on if you wanted to.
Oh.
When you say you feed, you actually pay for the food and they get to eat?
So
or
we pay for basically like a little buffet style amount of food at each of our meetings. So everybody gets to snack, eat, depending on, how many people come that day. Depends on how much food there is. But we usually spend about $75 in food at every single meeting.
So you're almost bringing the old time happy hour back.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy us a couple drinks, have some free food,
And it's also good to be able to just have some food with it. You make sure everybody gets a little bit of food with their drinks so that it's a little bit safer. And all that.
we want to break up the networking too. Like we're structured the same way as every other networking group where everybody has their 60-second commercial.
Okay.
Everybody talks about closed business, but we also want it to be fun, and we want them to have that little bit of a break so they don't feel like they're just sitting there for an hour and a
Right.
half. So we want them to feel fun, and every single networking group out there is built on know, like, and trust. Doesn't matter if it's BNI, WPBA, NPI, RGA.
Yep.
So many out there, they're all built on know, like, and trust. So we
Know,
want
like, and trust. I hadn't heard that one before.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
so we want to make sure that everyone gets to know each other, begins to like each other, and
Yeah.
then
There
also
you
trust
go.
each other so
Right.
that you can pass that
Smart.
business back and forth.
So I know what everybody's thinking right now. Is this a seat specific or is it open seat?
So that's a great question. We are not seat specific. We do suggest it to be seat specific. So say one of the hot seats, as everyone knows, is like a realtor.
Sure.
So if we have a realtor come in to say our Tarpon Wednesday meeting and they want to join and everything, if we already have a realtor in that group, we'll say, sorry, we have a realtor in this group, but this group, X, Y, and Z, whether it be our Tuesday or one of our Thursday groups, doesn't have a realtor in it yet. So we suggest them to go to that group instead. Everybody usually does because everybody wants to play well and everybody can work together, especially
Right.
realtors. One realtor might have a listing and the other one might have the buyer.
Oh, yeah.
I like the open seating networking groups because, there's always, I belong to one, and there's 2 or 3 realtors in there, but they're all different. They don't do the same thing.
Correct.
And same thing with mortgage and insurance. It seems like
Yep.
those are the 3 that are just piled on top of each other. But no one can handle all the business in one location. You just can't.
Nope. There's plenty of business to share.
Exactly.
Yeah, and one of the things that you all have done too is when you get realtors or you get somebody in that business, we have something at the chamber, which is the property partners on
Yes.
the third Tuesday. And so they have sent people over to us so that they're still part of the same networking group because that is all about real estate.
Yep, exactly. And I love the Property Partners group. That one's at the Wine Society. I love going to that one because it is all about the realtors and everybody who can help the realtors. So like Jean was mentioning, we try to work well with the chambers because we're a
Absolutely.
part of the Tarpon Springs Chamber, the Palm Harbor Chamber, as well as the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber. So we want to work well with all the different Chamber of Commerces, go to their breakfast meetings, go to their lunch meetings, go to their happy hour meetings, invite people to them because I think we've brought 3 or 4 different members so far to the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce alone, and it's key for all of us to work together.
And that's what's really kind of interesting because at first, when there were all these different networking groups, everyone has a different personality. And some of my board members didn't quite understand why you all wanted to be a member of ours. And I was explaining, which I just did, we work together
Yep.
because if there's not room, then you move here and we move
Right.
people around.
Exactly.
And it's, the familiarity of meeting people, not only at Property Partners, then at Ping, then at our happy hour, and then back at that.
And it's the consistency too.
Right.
So you see John's face over and over and over
Poor
again.
people.
I know.
Well, the trust factor grows.
Yes, exactly. So it's all about, that consistency
Yeah.
and then also just, constantly putting your name out there more and more and more. So you don't need to just be a part of one networking group. You need to be a part of several.
We're running out of time. What's the best way to people to get a hold of you to become a part of this wonderful group?
So there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Of course, you can contact me, Amanda Mantaporn, on social media, Facebook, whatever's best for you guys. Phone number as well, 727-768-6229. Or visit our website and see what members we have. You can join our group that way and see our different location, and that's prosperityandnetworkinggroup.com.
Or if you can't do that, call the chamber, 727-937-6109, and we
Yeah.
can connect you. We'll hook you up.
Absolutely.
So everybody, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we got to go. So stick around. We got more great guests coming up. We even got some nerdy stuff coming. I'm just saying I'm excited about this because, I'm a big
Leave it
nerd
to
and
John.
that's the way it is. We'll be right back after these wonderful messages. Hey, welcome back. You know what? We're going to get nerdy,
I know. And
which is awesome.
this is just for you.
So you probably won't talk at all.
Probably not, because I'm going to put you two together and step out of the way.
So we have Jess Potts, right? And she is from Conworlds Emporium, which, love the name. That is absolutely phenomenal.
you.
So why Conworlds Emporium?
Yeah, so Conworld, it took us a while to figure out our name. Before we got a brick and mortar, it was actually A Nerd's Life for me.
Okay.
But that didn't seem like a good shop name necessarily, so that's still our website. But Conworlds has a few different meanings, but the dictionary meanings is constructed worlds. And so
Okay.
that's like your Tolkien and your Harry Potter, all your
Oh, so
worlds that are
it
built.
it doesn't
has a
mean
meaning.
like Comic-Cons and
Well, that's a second meaning,
That's
but
the second meaning.
but yeah, Conworlds means constructed world. So we're like an emporium of all the constructed world gifts, you know, your Harry Potter and your Marvel and your
yeah.
Star Wars. And
Yeah.
so we have all of that. But then con is, you know, your Comic-Con. So we do a lot of cosplay stuff.
No, I'm just
so
kidding. That's another con.
the ears,
Okay.
you know.
I know.
I love the ears, by the way. Those are absolutely. No, I don't. I
Thank
can't.
you.
I can't. Are you trying to be an elf? Or are you trying to be Spock?
An elf.
Okay.
I'm always an elf for
Okay.
some reason.
But
yeah.
they look, they look like they belong to you right now. I've been looking
So
at them
when
all
you play
morning.
D&D, what
Yeah.
is your
So
persona?
I actually don't play D&D. I know. I watch people play D&D, and I
figured
would
you'd
like
be
to
an
play.
elf
I just
or a
don't.
blood
I would
elf.
be an elf if I play D&D. So yes,
Okay.
I have played D&D once actually with the
Okay.
family, and I was an elf.
Okay.
But I don't play regularly, but I would like to.
So what do you carry in this wonderful, wonderful store that I have I must go
You
see?
must. Yeah, it's not too far away either. So
You'll have to tell them where it is, though, too.
yeah. So
We'll
it's
get there.
oh, okay.
What's all the goodie? Because this is not even just a barely a.
Yeah, this I just like picked a few things. So we are like the store's kind of set up. It's themed, so we
Okay.
have a lot of the different pop culture themes. So that's when people ask, "What is your store?" Because a lot of people think we're like a comic book shop,
Right.
but we're not really. We don't sell any comics
That's a hard
actually.
word. Don't want to get.
I don't want to. I don't
Dude.
know anything about it either, so it's hard.
Hard world.
But yeah, so we're like a gift and game store mostly, and pop
Yes.
culture gifts. So we have
Okay.
a lot of the pop culture themes, not all of them, but we try to hit a lot of them.
Right.
And then when people ask, like, "Do you have this?" I'm like, no, but I
You
like
get
that
it.
idea.
We can get
So,
it.
yeah.
Isn't that funny? Go, oh, do you have this? No, but I can get it. for you."
Yeah, so we had like someone ask for like Flintstone stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I like that. And then I looked, I found a few things, and I brought it in. So and we have Flintstone salt and pepper shakers, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
That's cool.
So no, we have a lot of. We're probably maybe 30% board games now.
Okay.
Because I loved games growing up, and I still love to play them with the family and everything.
Now,
and that
do you
was-
do you sell them or do
We
you
sell
allow
'em.
people to come in and play?
We do both. So we
Okay,
have
nice.
pretty big selection to purchase, and then we have probably over 100 games people can come in and play. We have like this huge game shelf that we bought. Didn't know what to do with because it was so big. It was supposed to be a display shelf, but all my games fit perfectly. So,
Oh, that's great.
but yeah, we get discounts for like demo copies through our vendors and stuff. So we bring that in every time we can, and just to have to build up our selection so people can hang out and.
So is it strictly product, or do you throw in some like coffee, tea, snacky stuff?
We do have some drinks and some snacks, all packaged goods.
Right.
I'm looking into maybe getting a license to like serve coffee and maybe, beer and wine potentially. Trying to
Health
decide on
department,
that.
3 sinks, got to be this, got to be this, got to be that. Things
Well, I
gotta be
don't
labeled.
know about all of that. It
Oh, I
depends
do.
if it.
I
Oh, yeah.
had one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. I don't know. If we
Yeah, but
wanna
that was
go.
in Pasco County. This
Yeah.
is Pinellas County.
Same difference. No, health department. Health department.
Oh, health
department.
Yeah,
department,
health
okay. It
department.
It doesn't matter
for
where you're at,
sure.
they're health
Yeah.
department. So, what are your hours?
We just expanded actually. We are open every day.
Ooh, good for you.
Yeah.
'Cause that's not normal.
Yeah, right. The latest we're open
Neither
is
is
8.
the store.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we like being weird there.
It is. You walk
It's
in.
so fun, yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, 2 hours disappears.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
It's fun to like when people come in for the first time and like just smile,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And that was the goal.
So where are you located?
We're located in downtown Tarpon Springs,
Okay.
right off of Safford Ave, which is
Okay.
between Tulas and Currents.
Okay.
The
On the bike
address
trail.
is, right off the trail. So the address
That's
is 9 South Safford.
9 South.
Yeah.
Okay. I know
9
exactly,
3/4
know
if you
exactly
want.
where it's at. Right. Yep.
And so that explains when I walked in the other day, because she is a brand new chamber member. So it's
Yeah.
been less than a month.
Yeah.
And so
Boy, and you
I've
got her on that quick. Good for you.
Yeah.
been open.
I know you had to move people and stuff like that, but this was a good,
Yeah, no,
you
but
did good.
you've been open for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing that's really neat is that she's surviving.
Yeah.
And the thing that's cool, I walked in and I just went, oh, and I just you're right.
Yeah.
I was just grinning from ear to ear
Right.
because you just can't. Your
Right.
eyes just move.
So you took over the old bicycle shop.
Brush Tip Studios.
Brush Tips,
Yeah, the bike
okay.
shop is still there.
It's still,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there's the Neptunes is down right here.
Right. I would love to be in that building because it looks like a castle.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, so if I have a special order, can I call you up and say, hey, this is what I like, even though I know you may carry it, but if you don't carry it, can I call you up and say, hey, can you order this for me?
Yeah, I can always check to see if any of my vendors have it. The other day, one of my customers asked if I had a specific game, and I didn't have it, but I looked up the distributor, contacted them, set up an account,
Right.
and now they just have to approve it, and I'll order their games.
I've got to ask, how long did it take you to have this as in the back of your brain percolating before you finally opened it, and why?
Probably not as long as you would think. So I had a business before in 2010, just like a women's consignment shop. So that's kind of more of my hobby. So I have had a business before, but this one was more for the family, right? And so I actually just woke up one day and wanted to do this just part-time, like on the side at market. So we did First Fridays for about 8 months before we opened the store. So I would say probably 8 months. And then probably 2 months where we really started thinking like if the right spot opened up and, talking about how we would decorate it, what we wanted it to look like. And we really wanted it to have like this fairy tale feeling, when you walk in, like a magical kind of Disney-esque
It definitely
feel.
does.
Yeah. So that was kind of our goal. So then the spot came and we're like, let's do it because it was a good deal, even at that time. And
it's a family business.
It's a family business, yeah. So,
So
it's
you
really
making
for
your kids work?
Yeah.
Good for
Her
you.
daughter, I walked in the other day, her daughter is doing inventory. And she's being
Yep.
right on the stuff and making sure
Yeah.
everything's right. I was so impressed.
It's family operation. That's
Yeah.
when you know it's good.
Yeah. So
Right.
it was something like instead of just my thing, 'cause I still have my hobby that I do
right.
on the side.
Right.
That's my stuff. But everyone loves it. Like we have a lot of fun.
That's awesome. All right, so let's tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Okay. Probably Facebook. Follow us on Facebook at Conworlds Emporium. Sorry, those lights are bright. Not supposed to stare at them, am I?
Don't go into the
Our
light.
website is nerdslifeforme.com.
Okay.
And then our phone number is up here, I believe. I don't know it by heart.
We've been showing everybody that in your
Great.
website and all that kind of fun, great stuff.
There it is.
So any specials coming up for the holiday weekend?
No, like store specials, but we
Yep.
actually do all kinds of events. So we
That's
didn't talk
awesome.
about our events yet.
See, and we got
So-
to bring you back for that. Well, you know what? I'll bring you on Nerd Quest and let you talk all about
Oh,
it. but
perfect.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yay.
We-
I gotta throw to the next wonderful
Yeah.
guest coming up.
That went by so fast.
I know.
Yes, right. I'll be there. So everybody, stick around. We got another guest coming up. We're going to talk about cleaning.
Yes.
Everybody needs cleaning.
But this is specialty cleaning.
I have a horror story about cleaning. Anyway, we'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back. You know what? We're going to talk about cleaning. And that's important, especially when you either get ready to move in, or you've got kids.
Well, and this
Or
is
pets.
Or pets. Oh, well, kids. I mean, some people are.
And this
they
is
don't
not
pets.
just general housekeeping. This is specialty stuff.
Specialty stuff. I've got Ashley Howard, and you own Howard's Cleaning.
Yes.
I thought there was a guy named Howard going to walk in, and then pretty Ashley walks in. I'm like going, well, okay.
And she doesn't look like a cleaning lady either.
No. I always look at ladies' hands to see if they get in it or not. She has short nails, so that means that she actually gets out there and gets some stuff done.
Not too often.
Well, let's talk about Howard's Cleaning.
Yeah, because it's good stuff.
Yeah, so we're based out of Tarpon Springs. We've been in the business since 2009. We still have a location up in Cincinnati where we're from.
Oh.
And then we've been down here since 2017.
Okay. And how long have you, so it's been as a family business up there?
My husband and I started it.
Oh, okay.
And then we just decided we wanted to move to Florida. We have an Airbnb in Clearwater Beach, and that kind of was what triggered us to make the jump.
So you clean your own after everybody's gone?
No, well, that needs to be like laundry and maid service every time.
Yeah.
So, but we do clean it periodically for,
Right.
the floors and the furniture.
So when you say specialty, 'cause we've used the word specialty
Yes.
like 4 times.
She's using that, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
professional floor and upholstery cleaning. So we
Okay.
do carpet, tile, hardwood, furniture,
You
area
do
rugs.
furniture.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then like tile showers or area rugs.
Okay. So now, do you do the area rugs on site, or do
We
you?
do.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I love watching those videos where they're cleaning rugs. Like, oh, we found this old grody rug, and then next thing you know, it's like this beautiful rug. I'm like, okay, that was a setup.
And then we have truck mounted equipment
Okay.
and then also portable equipment for like a high rise type building.
Oh, no. So I'm going to ask questions because I used to have a little knowledge. And is it dry or is it wet cleaning?
It's hot water extraction.
Hot water. So it's extraction. That's awesome.
So it doesn't leave it too wet because we suck the water out.
Right.
But it helps pull the dirt out because the machine in the truck can really get, pull that out.
Okay, so when you're doing an area rug, you have to put something underneath it, or it's just,
No, because it doesn't go through. It's not oozing with water. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can just do them right on site on top of like hardwood even is fine.
Okay.
I'm just thinking with people with pets, and pets get on furniture. Good grief, that would be marvelous to have somebody come in and just take care of that.
Yeah, especially so we do the upholstered furniture. So we do a lot of like dining room chairs, couches, recliners. And we also have a pet enzyme product that we can use if they do have issues with pet stains and odors.
Okay, do you do leather too?
No, for leather, you just can do like a leather cleaner.
Oh, okay.
We get calls for that a few times, but by the time, I don't think it would make sense when you can
Okay.
just take your own little leather cleaner and clean it up.
So how long have you had this one in Tarpon Springs?
Since 2017.
So COVID must have been very, very good and very, very busy.
At the beginning, it was a little unnerving because
Right.
people didn't even want you in their home. But then once they kind of lifted some of the restrictions, then we just had to wear masks and,
Okay.
gloves and booties and that kind of thing.
Come in looking like,
The hazmat.
hazmat suit. We're here to clean everything.
You know something, the hazmat suit, I wish I had known you when I bought my condo 3 years ago, because the person I bought it from, you needed a hazmat suit to go in there
Oh, wow.
and clean
Yeah.
the bathroom. You could see where you stood in the shower.
Yeah, we have some stories of what we've cleaned up.
So do a lot of realtors use you for
We do
clean-ins,
work with a lot.
clean-outs?
Yeah, we work with a lot because 90% of the time, if you're going to list the home, the floors need to be cleaned.
Right.
And if they aren't, then the person that's moving in, once it's empty, it pretty much wants it clean. so.
Yeah, living that nightmare right now. So, but you do hardwood.
Yes, we clean hardwood.
Okay.
We don't refinish floors.
No,
but
no,
if
no.
you just want like an intensive cleaning to get all the dirt and grime up, we can do that.
All the years of kids.
Yeah, so we don't put
Dogs.
like a urethane finish on after. We have a machine though for the hardwood.
And then the before and after pictures that you had sent me with the grout.
Yeah, I think we're
on
going
some
to
of
show
these
some
floors
pictures while we're talking
was
here, because
just
I
amazing.
was looking at some like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
so right there, the black, and then the white, the difference of the.
That
grout.
is
It really
huge.
That
pulls
is a
it-
big
Pulls it
difference.
out because the machine, the wand is hooked up to the machine, and then we turn the PSI up, so that helps just pull the dirt right up.
now, is that hot water or cold water?
Hot.
Hot
Real
water.
hot.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
the PSI is turned up to like 700 for tile.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. Oh,
look at that.
that is good. My goodness.
That one was most recently a lot of poop throughout the home.
What?
Just dog poop everywhere.
Oh, dog poop.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Were these people angry? Good Lord.
That one was crazy.
Somebody didn't let their dog out enough. Look at the difference in the tile here, because the before and after. I'm going to have to make an appointment with you, because my kitchen that we bought, I thought that the grout was dark. I didn't realize
Yeah,
it was.
if you go like to an area where it doesn't get worked on or traffic, you can see, and usually we can bring it back to the original color.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is amazing. Well, maybe I've got some. Yeah, we got to talk. We got to talk.
Yeah.
We'll get you taken care of.
Oh my gosh. So okay, I know we've talked about a lot. So what have we missed anything?
So we're out of Tarpon, so just to kind of cover the areas that we cover, we pretty much go within 45 minutes of Tarpon Springs.
Oh, okay. So
we
that's
go down to St. Pete, over to West Chase. We don't go to like Tampa too often unless it's a larger job, and then we
Right.
go up to Hudson typically.
Oh,
And
so that's
how far out does somebody need to book with you for this?
yeah.
If it's a smaller job, I can get you in pretty quickly, but we have 3 trucks here, so we can, get you in within a week typically if you're flexible on your time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you do weekends?
We try not to. I try to give my staff time to spend with their family.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, for big jobs or
That's-
corporate,
that's respect right
commercial
there.
jobs.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't purposely schedule my staff.
That was my next question. Are you strictly residential?
No,
or
we
do
do
you
a lot of commercial too.
Really?
So we do hotels, like turns for apartments,
Right.
and then offices, like doctor's office, dentist.
Okay.
So yeah, we love doing commercial work, but residential's, just as good as well.
Wow.
So how do you do your marketing?
Mainly online through Google and Facebook, we get a lot, and then I'm involved in a number of networking groups, so that helps get the word out too.
It does.
But Google's, most people when they're searching, if they don't know someone that they want to use, then they go and type in carpet cleaning near me, and we pay to, pop up, and then
Right.
people can see our reviews
Oh,
and
got
everything.
it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Wow. So you right now, if it's a small job, you can fit us in, and you're about if it's a big job, week out.
Yeah, typically. I mean, like I said, we've got 3 trucks, so we try to run 2 every day, and then the third is for overflow.
Okay.
You don't do draperies, do you? Mm-mm. Okay.
That's a different world.
That's
all
a
into
different
itself,
world.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants, for instance, if I need to have my kitchen floor done.
Yeah.
And the kitchen, and it's white and it looks exactly like that picture, how long does it take you to do something like that?
Yeah.
Just the kitchen floor, I mean, we'll be in and out in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
An hour?
Yeah, if it's just a kitchen floor, I mean, a whole house of tile is going to take us probably like 4 hours.
Right.
That's really pretty good, because
Okay.
I would have thought that the kitchen and the front hallway would have taken
And
that
it only
long.
takes about 20 minutes to dry the tile, so you can walk on it right afterwards.
Well, let's tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Sure. Our phone number is 727-279-5621, and you can call or text pictures and photos to that number, or give us a call and we can give you a price. And then you can find us on Facebook at Howard's Cleaning 09.
So pictures on text, and you can do a quote from that.
Sure.
Oh, that's really good.
That is very good.
I'm going to send you some nightmare looking, and you're like, no, just
No,
burn.
you saw the one though.
You
we
need
can
to
get it
burn
up.
that.
We can make it. You'd be surprised. We do in the summertime in Cincinnati, 1,000 apartments in the college, around the college.
Oh,
so you can
yeah.
imagine what
I
we
can.
see.
No.
Oh, after the college, yeah, because, ooh.
That's horrible.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a college kid, and I know
Yeah,
what we
you
did.
know what you did.
I know what we did. It was not good. Anyway, so hey, stick around. We got more guests coming up. We're actually going to talk to Zen City Brewing Company. This sounds really good.
Yes.
I already got work from this young lady right here. So
Told you I put together a great group.
man, very good day to day. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, welcome back, everybody. I'm Jean Hungiville with the Tarpon Springs Chamber, and we are on our next segment. I have two amazing guests with me, some of my favorite people, because when you opened, has it been a year?
Little over.
Little over a year ago. I just kept walking around, looking and all the different stuff that you have. We've got Sherri and Kris and Zen City, but tell me a little bit, or tell everybody a little bit about how this has evolved in from where you started into something new and then something new more.
Yeah, so we originally started as Zenfinity in Newport Richey,
Okay.
About 6 years ago, and wanted to be a different space for nightlife. Coined the term sober bar, but more of an opportunity just to kind of have the community get together at a safe place for everybody to go. And we evolved into Zen City Brew Co. And when we made our move to Tarpon Springs, and have just absolutely fallen in love with Tarpon Springs and the products that we have launched, from our own kombuchas to our botanicals, kava, boba, and just a whole bunch of stuff. And so we have kind of evolved from just being a bar and kind of hangout spot to more of a healing sanctuary. So we do offer
Healing sanctuary, that's exactly what I was thinking, but I couldn't quite put words to it, because I still distinctively remember the ribbon cutting that we did a little over a year ago.
Yes.
It was just, you have this room and then another room and another room. You can find your private space there, or you can be out in the main area and do, all the different things that I've got to get back over there, though, simply because with this new incarnation.
Yeah.
So who wants to tell me about this new stuff you're doing?
I'll let Sherri talk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we moved into this space, and we wanted to be a little bit more intimate, so we were able to connect more. So when you come in, we have a full apothecary. We have over 100 herbs right up front, so you can mix and match. We have smokables up front. And as you move back towards the space, we have rooms that are available, not only for seating, but also for rent. So you could rent the space if you have your own modality as well that you'd like to share. We have our Lotus Lounge, which has games and all kinds of different things, plenty of seating, couch space. We have our Zoom room that's set up for Zoom sessions as well as podcasts. So you could just come right in and sit down and be all set up. Also, a great space for a one-on-one communication. We have our Soul Suite that has a massage table set up for Reiki sessions and different things like that. We have a full yoga studio, which we have yoga classes, all kinds of events that are listed on our website. And then we have our clean room, and we also have our education room, which we're turning in to our mindful library. We have over 25 books of metaphysical and spirituality books that have been donated to our location. We're so excited to be growing into just a place where you can be, because you're all away from home.
Well, and that's kind of what it feels like, because when I was there, it moved from space to space, but it's a really big place, and you don't really see that from the street when you go by.
No, a lot of people, when they come by, they see just the front area and they think it's just that spot. But when you walk in, it just keeps going and going and going, and people just say it goes on for days. And whatever space that you're in, there's something for you, no matter what brew you do.
And they're all different. So if I wanted to do a podcast, you have that set up to be able to do that. I did not realize that.
Absolutely. We've got a beautiful backdrop. We've got microphones and lights and everything set up so that you're able to just come in, close the door, sit down, and set your session. And, it's a great space for anybody. If you're home, maybe you have children, pets, or things like that, you have an important meeting, you just come in, you've got a space there that's safe and sacred just for you.
Nice. We need to do an after hours there for the chamber coming up, because it's been a while since we've been in.
We would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Kris mentioned being a sober bar in the past, but she is looking at doing some interesting things that we would love to share during our happy hour.
Ooh, tell me.
Yes, so we make our own kombucha right now in-house, and have been doing our own kombucha now for about 2.5 years, solely as our own company, and are very excited to be branching into the hard side of things. So hard kombuchas, hard teas, and tinkering around with some of the original ways that beer was made.
No kidding. So does that mead part of that? Or
It's actually a term, and I want to I hope I say it properly, but it's Brew It, which is a tea-based type of beer. It's actually one of the original ways that beer was produced and made prior to hops.
Really, where?
And
It was made all across the world, and what happened was that in Germany, it was actually the Catholic Church that decided that only certain ingredients could be allowed in beer because of the purification. They wanted to keep it pure, and that's why people have started to use hops and the overuse of hops now. But we want to go back to the traditional ways of doing things. We make everything in-house, and we do it, and we get everything from farm to table. So it actually comes from the countries that it is sourced ethically from, and so we do everything in-house, and we want to do it the way that it was done in the past because it was done that way for a reason.
So when you're looking at kombucha, that's fermented, isn't it? And then when you're taking it to hard kombucha, what's the difference?
so it's basically the same process. It's just an extra step that's added to bring out the alcohol content, and is yeast.
Okay, so then that adds to that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And we were talking a little bit earlier about the food process and having to go through just getting your licensing and all of that for this new thing. Now, do you serve any food there?
Well, not at the moment, but we will be launching a new menu with some snackables and some dips and boards and things like that. So just quick little finger foods.
Oh,
Brews and boards, doesn't that sound great?
I was just my brain was going, how do I put this together?
Yeah.
Because, yes, that is awesome. You also do something else in the back. And this cup that you brought me, I was looking at this going, oh, Zen City Brewing, but it's now something that's now really mine. And I'm really loving this. And then you brought another one for John, which he is now going to have forever. The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend. Yes, so
there you
we
go.
have a full store on the other side. So we make personalized gifts. Like I said, everything that you see, we do in-house. And Kris and I do it ourselves. So we have a full personalized gift set on the other side. It started out as a wedding and turned into occasions, moving more towards the home. And now we're moving more towards teas, t-shirts, tea towels. And so we're going to be doing some really exciting things coming up. And we can ship all over the United States.
And do you have to have a minimum order for something like that?
No, you don't. You can order one thing or you can order 20 things. And if you have a big order, you're welcome to contact us individually and we can see if we can work out some special pricing for you.
That's terrific. So if somebody wants to come in and they want, like for families, they have a family reunion and they want 15 shirts.
Done.
That's done.
Yeah.
And they can do something like that. They can do
Mugs, and we do everything. We do card boxes. Right now it's graduation season, so we're doing card boxes for weddings and things like that. We have everything for the bar in your home. We even do things for pets.
What do you do for pets? That's pretty cool.
So we have, we do different things we can do dog bowls, as well as I have little scarves that go around dog collars that we can sublimate right on.
Oh, I know exactly what I need to get. I'm starting to now think ahead for gifts that are coming up. I have a wedding to go to in a couple of weeks, so we're going to be talking about some of that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, we have so many different options.
Where are you located?
We are located at 1730 South Pinellas Avenue, and Suite A is the location that you would walk in. And when you're coming down Tarpon, we're on Pinellas Avenue, just south of the golf course.
Just south of the golf course, across from Brookdale?
Well,
Sort of.
yeah, and right next to Hotcakes.
There you go. Another
Yeah.
great place.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you so much, both of you. Welcome back. We're going to have some other guests coming up, and we'll see you very shortly.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
I'm so pleased.
ZenCityBrews.com.
everybody, welcome back. We've saved the best for last. I've got Jean Hungiville, Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce, and you did outstanding this week.
Thank you. I've got outstanding members. I mean, I can only give you a little sample every month when we do this.
I know.
But the nerd world, that was a gift to you.
That
Merry
was
Christmas.
awesome.
Happy
That was awesome.
birthday.
And Zen City Brew Co. Oh my gosh. What a cool little place.
Well,
it's not even little.
little.
I should say it's a cool big place.
Well, and they have now decided after a little over a year that they're molting into something larger. And I'm really excited. We're going to do a business after hours there.
We should do a podcast, or we should do a show from there.
Oh, that would be fun.
We do this on the road.
I know.
And that's actually a place that we could do that, because it sounds like to me they've got the room.
They've got the room, the place. The problem is going to be, though, getting you to settle down and work in that atmosphere.
Okay.
Because they've got room after room of just great space.
Okay.
And
I can try. Oh yeah, they gave me a cup. They literally walked in today and said, "The man, the myth, the legend, John." I mean, they know me.
they will.
They played to that ego, and they did a good job, because what a great place. I was telling them, I don't mean to run on, but I was telling them I used to have a place in the mall that I wanted like 1 or 2 cups every now and then, because I just kind of wanted to see how things would work. Mm-hmm. The people liked it, and they went away. So they do 1-offs. 2-offs, 3-offs, 5-offs. Well, you don't have to do things. But hey, what's going on at the chamber? Because I know you got some thank yous you got to jump onto real quick. Yeah.
Corporate sponsors. I mean, our corporate sponsors are what keep our lifeblood going.
Yes, they are.
Advent Health North Pinellas, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. The new CEO, Ryan Quattlebaum, great guy. I am really excited. He's been there about 9 months now. Just came before the hurricane last time. Great operation. We've got a couple of silver sponsors. We've got Ameriprise Financial, Ann Peterson, thank you so much. Edward Jones, Rich Lindahl, thank you. Probably one of our first silver sponsors that came on board. And Flagship Bank, Tarpon, thank you. Anna Baleris and Linda Orvis for your sponsorship on that. They also are a purser for the Fine Arts Festival too, which is also...
That's a job I would never want.
That is a job that is just
good.
amazing. We had, when I wrote this up yesterday morning, we had 35 new members. I am glad to report we have 37 new members. We took 2 members
Nice.
in yesterday afternoon.
And what's the goal this year?
The goal this year is 75, and so at 35, 37, we should be at the end of June. We're ahead of schedule right now.
Good, because I know last year you crushed it.
102 new members, and the goal was 50.
Yes.
So we just, it was one of those things where we're doing good stuff.
Right.
People want to be part of it.
Yeah.
And you're seeing why, because the members that we have all talk.
Right.
All talk. So anyway, we're changing some things up, and we're growing with new activities and all kinds of good stuff. We have coming up our awards reception. The awards reception was originally planned for the end of May. We ran into graduation. We ran into a couple of other things that were going to interfere with it, people and their kids and their families coming to town. We have moved it to June 22nd, which is the 4th Thursday in June. This is the awards reception for Business of the Year, Small, Medium, Large, Nonprofit of the Year, and then the Overall Business of the Year. Got some good nominations, and we still have the door open for another couple weeks for those. That will be at the Tarpon Springs Yacht Club. It's a surf and turf dinner.
Oh, yummy.
I have been wanting to do a dinner, sit-down dinner, for our awards reception. It started out as coffee and Dunkin' Donuts when I first came on board in the fall, and we've moved it to the spring when everybody's had a great year.
Yeah.
And so now this year the board was all in with, let's do a dinner. It's $50 a head.
I remember
to
back in the day when it was dinners.
Yeah, it's $50 a head to come to this. That
That's
covers
awesome.
costs. We've got some great sponsors on that. So we're really excited about it. Last year, if you recall, our Small Business of the Year was Mike Womack with What Can I Help You With? Mm-hmm. And he just, he's out in the community, does great stuff, handles all of the traffic for the Fine Arts Festival. Plus, he's a great businessman. If you need a handyman, guy's amazing.
Guy's the dude.
Medium Business of the Year was Flagship Bank. During COVID, they kept people in business. If you needed PPP money, they sat down with you. We were funneling people there. They were what kept Tarpon,
Right.
the basis, alive.
Nice.
Largest business of the year for over 20 employees was the city of Tarpon Springs. They did so much to keep things going. For instance, if people couldn't pay their water bill, they went ahead and put it on a payment plan, made sure everything was not going to get turned off simply because a lot of people lost their job during COVID. So city of the year.
Yep.
Now, large business of the year. Nonprofit of the year was the Tarpon Springs Rotary Club, because every month they have something going on. And it was all about
Yeah, they're crazy busy.
what can we do to give back to the community. There is a project every single month.
That's
I
awesome.
love partnering with them.
Right.
They are good stuff. So what we're doing is we're looking to follow up on all of that good stuff. And so if you have not made your reservations, it's June 22nd.
Yes.
Go on our website,
Surf and turf.
Surf and Turf at the Yacht Club. They have a new chef. It's new. It's fabulous. Just fabulous. I'm excited about it. Really excited. We're turning this into one of our premier events.
Nice.
So Summer Splash. Summer Splash is coming up June 13th, so it'll be next week.
June 13th.
Yes, it's at Innisbrook, and there's the application. It is our trade show that we do with Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, Safety Harbor, and Upper Tampa Bay. Those people, we're all in on this, and you have to be a member of one of our chambers, and we compete over who can get the most members there.
Dope.
And we check each other's sheets too.
So if I show up, everybody gets credit for me?
Everybody gets credit for you. And you are showing up because you're always there.
Yeah, I'm always there.
You're always there.
I'm
So,
always right here.
Yep. It's from 5 to 8.
Just
It is
saying.
going to be at Inverness Hall, which it has been for the last few years. This will be the very last event at Inverness Hall.
Oh, really?
They're going to be tearing it down. They go to closing the next day. So they've sold that piece of the property, and they're going to be putting in townhouses and new homes back in that whole section. So they sold that off because they're doing some refurbishing there.
Okay.
So it's like we're the last hurrah. So we are about 3/4 of the way sold out for that. So if you are a business and want to be involved in that, give me a call at the chamber, 727-937-6109, and I will figure out how to make it. I will promise I will give, if you're a member of one of the other chambers, I'll give them credit too.
Okay.
So we can do that. But it's good. It's we get probably 800 to 1,000 people that come through that event. I mean, you've been there.
Yep.
It is good.
I make fun. I have been there. We were there one year, and it was, a lot of people come through.
And we have great restaurants that are there. The restaurants are competing with each other as to who can have the nicest looking booth and who can
Oh,
give
that's
out the
kinda
great.
cool.
They give out samples. So
I love samples.
Yes,
Just
and
saying.
we
Just
have-
give me some samples.
Yep, nominations for Business of the Year. We're still
Right.
looking for some more. Nonprofit of the Year. Great stuff. We've got a weekly event coming up. Always, if there's something that you want to do that week, call me at the chamber, because we either have a breakfast, a lunch, property partners, which you heard us talking about earlier, or happy hour.
There you go.
And it's all good stuff.
Good job. Great crew. Great guest this week. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching My Chamber TV. This has been the Tarpon Springs Chamber of Commerce. Make sure you go and visit some of these businesses that we've been on. We'll see everybody next week on My Chamber TV.